What's up, everyone? This is the BumCast. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Joey P, and Dougie Fresh. Joey P subbing in for Johnny this week. Thanks, Hermano, for joining us.
Gracias, hermanos. Johnny, I'm just keeping the seat warm, baby. I'm here for you whenever you need me.
He might be officially like our substitute teacher for the show. He just shows up when we need him. Yeah.
He is the super sub. I said it a couple weeks ago. Joey P is the super sub of the bums. More permanent fixture nowadays, but which is good. But yeah, super sub.
Gracias,
So, we are back on a Monday night after having the last couple of weeks on a Tuesday, and feels a little weird being on a Monday again. But I'm happy to be normal time slot. Football's on in the background, and all is right in the world except for the Bears yesterday. That was bad. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But we got second half of the show, something that's even better than the Bears, and that's beef. Not Uncle Beef, but Italian beefs.
Italian
beefs. We are going to be talking Italian beefs at the 9 o'clock hour with our friend Uncle Baby Cajun, friend Jim. He's going to be. He went on a little journey, a
beef quest.
Yeah, there you go, a beef quest. Yeah. I like that.
I'm excited to talk about it. He went hardcore. He's got he's nerding out on Italian beef, which I can respect. He's got a Excel ranking, and it's all like colorized by different towns, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm excited. We've been known to eat 2-3 beefs in our time, so I think it's going to be a good discussion.
Yeah. Speaking of eating, I found something the other. Whoa, Alexis in the comments tonight. We like it.
All right.
Welcome, hermana.
We just gotta book our man more often.
All right, the plan worked. He's not going to be on the show tonight.
Changing.
Sorry to Jim. We ran out of time.
So, speaking of eating, I saw this the other day, and we all say that nostalgia, hits, right? Like nostalgia plays, and in the 80s, 90s, people would lick 9-volt batteries as a challenge. Well, they decided to do from
what
rewind.
Does that even mean? What does it it tastes like copper? Finish.
Yeah.
Explain it for the listeners. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this brand Rewind, they came up, they do chips, and they've decided to do a 9-volt battery flavored chip to bring you back in time where you would get challenged to lick batteries as a child. Now, you might be asking yourself, what exactly does a 9-volt battery taste like? Well, they had a chef who came up with this, and this is like, I will say this is like a very Dutch thing, because this is from like the Netherlands, so I guess don't really take much credence in the Dutch, but the chef used baking soda to create a battery-like sensation. So he used a blend of citric acid and sodium bicarbonate to create the tongue-tingling effect and balance it out with mineral salts, which give the chips a metallic tang. The result is surprisingly tasty and definitely a flavor that sparks curiosity, pun intended.
Isn't that Cool Ranch already? Like, these are just Cool Ranch Doritos. But this is the question I have. They're promoting this as a new flavor, right? What other flavors does this brand have?
Because Elmer's paste.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, glue.
That's a good question. Hold on, I can find that in a second.
I mean, you can go down a rabbit hole of stuff that we used to chew on in school, like pen cap flavored Doritos now, or
yeah, some Sharpie markers.
Yeah, spitball Cheetos.
Yeah. So, did you guys ever, lick a 9-volt battery?
That was gonna be my question. You just started this segment saying like we all licked batteries as a kid, and I wanted to stop you in your track saying that might be you, my friend. I ain't licking no batteries. I've done some dumb stuff as a kid. I was not licking batteries. I still have a couple brain cells.
I did not lick batteries either.
Oh, so you were just assuming we did.
Yeah, I figured, who a lot of people did as kids.
I did, but it wasn't really like licking it to like as a challenge or a test. It was just to see if the battery would still work. Because those 9-volt batteries, most things needed 2 of them, and one of them was usually dead. So you had to figure out which one had the juice.
No,
I
I didn't touch this at all. Only thing I probably licked was a Nintendo cartridge on accident, trying to blow into it to get it to work.
That's the way to do it.
So this is like their off the wall flavor. I just looked up
Okay.
their other flavors. It's cheese and onion, tangy sriracha, creamy paprika, and then barbecue and honey. So, this is something that they're just trying to, I guess, marketing stunt, get attention for and everything. But
Well, he got our attention.
yeah, thought it was weird to see that they actually decided to come up with that. But I did not lick any batteries as a kid.
I'm gonna see if I can get a bag. I'm gonna order it.
I mean, if we can't find it because it's in the Netherlands, I'll just get you a pack of Duracells, Dougie.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Pick them up your next Costco trip.
Yeah, no, I never got into the battery licking. Maybe a little paint huffing is that's about it.
Glue sniffing,
Glue sniffing, yeah.
marker sniffing.
Yeah, well, so like now, like my daughter's got like all those like scented markers, like the blueberry, the licorice, and all those stuff. Those stuff still smells good.
Yeah, Peter, what's up with you, my man?
Nothing. I saw a question on a different podcast, so I'm not taking credit for this, but this is something that I thought would be fun to try with us. We are typically all, like, go get a beer guy, right? I asked a similar question before, and I was like, if I asked Dougie, like, hey, let's go get a couple beers, how much is a couple beers, like, to you? So this next question was $1 million on the line. You have to call somebody right now and say, hey, let's go get a beer. And if they say yes, you win. And if you say no, you're out. It can't be us 4 or any of the bums, because I feel like that's just like a general thing. Who are you calling right now that would answer and say yes?
All right, so my brother would immediately say yes to the beer, but there's also like a 90% chance he won't answer the phone.
So that's in my head. You gotta weigh somebody that answers the phone, but also says yes to the beer. And if it's not one of you 4, Johnny or like Aaron, then I'm like, damn, I don't know if I have somebody that would immediately say yes. If this was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I could pick and choose 12 of my idiot friends to say yes. But nowadays, people have kids, people have responsibilities. We're all older. I don't know if I have somebody besides you guys to say like, hey, let's go get a beer. And they're immediately like, yeah, let's do it. So do you have anybody to try?
Yeah, I do.
You want to call him?
Yeah.
Call him on air?
Yeah.
While you call him, we got a super chat from Gordo. We missed Gordo at the watch party yesterday, but there's rumors that we might be seeing him this week. So salute to Gordo. Cheers to Joey P and the Bums. Joey P and the Bums. That's a good sounds like a band name. Yeah, that's a good band name.
Now see, now Peter, I know if I called you, there's a 99% chance you're answering, but you're not going to be able to go out for the beer.
Exactly. That's exactly like, it's like a 50-50 chance. I would say yes. It's like, what time, where are we going?
Let's schedule it,
Yeah. Joey, my answer was actually going to be either you or Sandy P. We're going to be my...
we're good for it.
All right, let's see, Dougie. Who are we calling?
Hey, dude.
What's up?
Nothing. What are you up to?
Well, I'm watching Dom watch Cars.
Oh, shit. 8. Do you want to go grab a beer real quick?
Nobody else is home. Lauren's at a meeting.
Motherfucker.
There it goes. Loser.
Hey, you're live on my show.
Oh.
There was this basically, like, if you had one person to call, $1 million on the line, go grab a beer, who would say yes? And I picked you. Yeah, you did. You owe me $1 million now. All right.
I'll start counting now.
All right. We'll say hi to everybody.
Hi, buddy.
All right. I'll talk to you later, dude.
Hello, everybody.
I thought my answer for you, Jason, was going to be your brother. I feel like your brother would be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. No, he would 100%, but there's probably a good chance that he's either sleeping right now or, He's sleeping.
Or he's already gone to get a
Yeah.
beer. That's the other thing. You
Yeah.
might call me like, I'm at the bar already, dude.
Yeah. Joey, do you
Yeah.
have anyone?
Yeah, in my case, you guys met him yesterday. My big little cousin, Tony. The dude can knock him back, and he's always up for a good time.
So do you want to try the call? You want to try
that's
on
one-
live on the
$1
air?
million on the line.
I know he can't right now at this moment because he's at the gym. The kid's a beast, so I already know I couldn't call him right now. I would know what time I can call him when I can't, and I know
that's not part of the contest. It's like you got to
I know.
answer at the moment, so you lose your $1 million, Joey.
I do.
I don't have an
know.
answer. All of my guys, I know for a fact, if I call Rick Brown right now, he's gonna say like I can't. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't even have
Hard.
somebody to call, which made me sad. So that's what I was watching the podcast, and I'm like, man, I don't even know who I would call. And I know somebody listening be like, oh, you could have called me. I would have said yes, but that's not the fact. You just need somebody like gun to head, instant call.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting older. It's different now.
Who
It is.
also someone who when they call, they're not going to be like, what the fuck is he calling me for? And then
Yeah.
like, you know,
Right.
just be
So
like,
that's why
ignore it.
my answer is you guys, Johnny, and probably Aaron. If we call Aaron, she's gonna say yes.
Yeah. As long
that
as
takes
I'm
the
not
fun out
working,
of it.
you know.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it was just like I watched that on the show, and I was like, man, I don't even know who I would call at this point.
Damn.
Well, that's a good
It is.
good question. Makes me feel sad now. Have no,
We're
no-
old.
have no
We
friends.
are.
I at least
Yeah.
I got to battle test mine at least. So
No, that was that solves a question for you, Dougie.
dude, I bet you every time now going forward, he's gonna be like, yeah.
We should try it again next week and see what he
Okay.
says.
Yeah.
Run it back.
All right, before we get into some Bears talk, we want to just thank everyone who came out to our watch party yesterday at the Ramova Loft. It was a great time. Had some nice, tasty food with the brunch buffet and, you know, the drinks. And the results sucked. And we're sorry once again that we put on a party and we brought home a loser. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe we're mush, but I feel like every time we do a watch party, it's a bad result. And we're hoping against the Raiders in 2 weeks, we have a better result because we're running it back on the Ramova on the 28th. But it was a good time. Thanks to Jack Daniels for stopping by. And Joey, your wife might have competition now for a new shot queen.
Yeah, the Jack Daniels rep, she did an awesome job yesterday. Shout out to her. And everybody was so welcoming to her. And, she's going around with her serving tray and she was mixing it up. She had the new blackberry, which was awesome, and dropped that into a lemonade, and people were crushing those on ice. She was doing an awesome job. And then, of course, good old number 7, having a beer and a little old number 7 as a sidecar. It was an awesome time. Great time for Jack Daniels.
Yeah, so we have the Blackhawks drinking rules, and in those Blackhawk drinking rules, we say we don't celebrate mediocrity. It's only for game tying goals or lead extending goals.
Mm-hmm.
We almost have to do the reverse rules for this iteration of the Bears. It's like every time the Lions would do something, the lady would come back with shots like, "Sorry, you guys are such losers. Here's some liquor to forget," and it was delicious. And I'm not just saying that. Wow. I mean, we do the bourbon bum stuff. You guys know we do like a lot of the Jack Daniels products, but that like summer drink that she made, that lemonade with the blackberry Jack, that's something I might have to do in the rotation going forward. That thing was so good. So yeah, it was like, I'm sorry your team sucks. Here's some Jack Daniels to forget about it, and it hit the spot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The best part is that was her first ever party. Like that was her first ever.
Really?
Yes, she just started with them, and that was day 1 yesterday. And she was
Can I give a Yelp review on that one?
Yeah,
Like,
5 stars.
yeah, and she's like, wow. She goes, I was really intimidated. She goes, but like this thing's gonna be awesome going forward. I'm like, please don't think that every party is gonna be like ours. We are different animals.
But she should request more bums parties. Maybe get into Jack Daniels' ear and say, hey, these bums know how to throw a party.
Absolutely.
especially when the Bears suck.
Yeah.
And thanks everyone who did our squares as well. We had some nice giveaways. And we got to give a jersey away. So good for everyone to participate. We're going to run it back squares in 2 weeks too. We're going to get some more prizes to give away. Can't do money, unfortunately, so it's got to be some prizes.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
those prizes are good.
also I got to my guarantee I made obviously did not come to fruition. The Bears did not win, so we're waiting on the wristband names, and we're gonna run a couple duck races on those, and somebody's getting a couple wristbands on me for the next one.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, next one is in 2 weeks.
Yes. So this one is a 3:30 game, and we're not going to do the brunch buffet, obviously, because it's late afternoon, mid-afternoon game, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to have something fun on the food wise, besides the normal menu. Working on that with the Ramova right now, and we'll have some more details to announce fairly soon. But free to RSVP. Thanks everyone who's already RSVP. We got a pretty good sized amount of RSVPs already for the 30 or the 28th. So excited about that, and can't wait to see you guys all again. We're hoping for a different outcome this time.
Yeah, don't have FOMO. I've been having people reach out to me this morning about thanking me again for yesterday and us and my cousins especially. I had a lot of family come over, and they're like, "Oh, we're bringing more of our cousins next time.
Yeah,
Let's go."
And
there we go.
That was the other thing. That square sheet sold out very fast.
Yeah.
So. And I know that there were a few people that were upset that they couldn't get on it because they showed up a little bit too late, a little right on time. So when you get there next time, first thing, beeline, go buy yourself a square.
Yeah. And I do want to thank everybody. The team sucked, but we tried our damnedest to have some halftime adjustments. And that included a bunch of dudes painting their nails. I showed up with my nails painted, but we said, let's do some halftime adjustments. And Dram Daddy, Jeff Bartlett, Spags, you, Dougie, painted all your nails. We had a good amount of dudes with their nails painted. It was all for naught, but it was not from a lack of trying by us. So I want to give credit to all of that. SBF, I'm going to paint your nails whether you like it or not.
All right. So unfortunately, we do have to talk about the Bears a little bit because it was depressing. Now, look, we all picked when we did our preseason schedule. We all picked this game as a loss. We said that, Bears, Ben Johnson homecoming, Lions home opener, they're going to be ramped up. Place is going to be rocking. Lions are just a really, really good team. Despite the fact that they looked piss poor against Green Bay opening day. I kind of had a feeling that they were going to lose. I did not think the defense was just going to get fucking railroaded the way that they did and just big chunk after big, Jared Goff just throwing bomb after bomb, Amaran snagging a couple touchdowns, Jameson Williams, like that was just pathetic. And like obviously, losing Jalen Johnson hurts, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but this defense now so thin in the secondary with Gordon still being out, Bal Johnson out, Tyreek Stevenson doesn't look like he wants to play professional football anymore. He's just getting fucking picked on left and right. Ben Johnson brought in Dennis Allen to get this defense be aggressive, you get creative with blitzes. This looks like none of that through the first 2 games of this season. And we made JJ McCarthy's NFL debut look fucking almost like, Tom Brady fourth quarter-esque. And then he goes against the Falcons yesterday and he gets fucking, curb stomped there. So this defense is very, very concerning right now. And I know we were watching the game as we were hosting and mingling and everything, but what do you guys, is this defense going to be salvageable, throughout the year with learning Dennis Allen's scheme, or are we just done with because of talent and injuries?
This defense is toast. And now, again, I don't want to go back and say I told you so, because I feel like I've been doing that early this season, and it's not for like I'm not proud of it. But one of our bold predictions for the season preview show was I said this defense was going to be bottom half, and now we got to move those. It might be bottom third because of the injuries. That was the thing that scared me from the beginning. The secondary, when healthy, is supposed to be a lockdown secondary, but now with like Jalen Johnson being done. And everything else that is a problem. Even if Dennis Allen wants to blitz, when you blitz and you get creative with your blitzes, you're asking your secondary to cover for that. You're asking, and you just can't. And the bigger issue is that they have a non-existent pass rush. So it's like if you're not getting home with your front four, you're asking this depleted secondary to cover more. And it's a recipe for disaster, especially in this new age NFL, where it's like, everyone's got 3 good receivers and everybody knows how to exploit blitzes. Their defense depth wise, and even now, like, they're just not performing. Montez Sweat, we asked and we're like, which Montez Sweat is going to show up? The one that we traded for and had a decent, first year with the Bears, even though I said he still had more sacks with the Commanders than the Bears that season, but he was good. He was good that first year. He's been non-existent ever since. He's been non-existent. We praised Grady Jarrett for, being a captain and owning, getting to Chicago and being one of the big vocal leaders on the defense. I haven't heard his name once in like 2 games already. And it's like all of these guys that like you're expecting to perform aren't performing. The linebackers obviously are an issue too. It's going to be bad, man. So I think for the Bears to win game, you're going to have to hang some points. And that's a problem because this offense looks just as bad as last year's.
Yeah. The one thing I do have to add about the defense is Brisker was playing his ass off yesterday. I think he had something like 9 tackles, 7 solo or something like that. I mean, the dude was flying around. So there is some heart on this team in the defense, but it's just, dude, like you guys are saying, it's like, it seems like Montez Sweat gets his name announced once a game now. And yesterday it was like all for naught because it was a penalty. So, I don't know, man. We paid him. We paid the man, and now he's not showing up. So I think Mr. Ryan Poles has to go get himself somebody on the edge, like now.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late. We knew that was going to be the issue, and we knew that it should have been addressed in the draft. But instead, you drafted a tight end and wide receiver that aren't doing – I mean, they're just not being productive right now.
Right.
And maybe that changes, and hopefully that changes sooner rather than later. But when we knew that the defensive line was an issue and they just flat out didn't address it via the draft, which people were talking about trading or free agency, like you really want to address it in the draft. And he hasn't. He hasn't for the better part of 2 seasons.
And you guys, you know how sad this is, what I'm about to say, right? You know what I want to do now? Because of how poorly this defense is going to play this year. For selfish reasons, for my fantasy football teams, I'm starting every single player I got against the Bears defense. If my players, I have to. It's an easy double-digit point game for any of my players if they do.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And also, like we said, when we lost Terrell Smith too, that took a big hit from our depth. But like, again, I hate going back and, being revisionist history and everything, but I'm kind of, and I know we talked about this, that it wasn't the right time, but I feel like now, like Jalen Carter would have been so much better on this as a pick than when we, I mean, obviously, Darnell Wright, we needed, a tackle, but like, Jalen Carter looks like minus the spitting. Would have probably
I'll take the spitting, and that means he gives a fuck. He was angry and he was mad, and obviously he was boneheaded. But Jalen Carter on this team would make things a little different. But that could be said, and people in the comments are ripping polls, rightfully so. We talked about it a little last week, but like his drafting and his draft strategy leaves a lot to be desired, and it's still early. And I talked about Loveland, and Jordan's in the comments saying hard for Loveland to be productive when he's not on the field. And when he is on the field, they're asking a lot of Kmet and Loveland to block because the line is getting help. I mean, they're giving the line help. The problem is, like, someone like Tyler Warren looks like he's fucking awesome for the Colts right now. And he's got like 15 catches and 150 something yards in his first 2 games. And it's like, that's what we expected Loveland to be. But like, apparently it's too much to ask for your first round draft pick to be productive out of the gates, because it's never happened for the Bears.
So just pivoting from the defense before we talk Jalen for a second here. Like, if you look before the game even got announced, you saw, Amagaji inactive, Papio inactive, Shamar Turner inactive. You got 2 of your second-round picks
Mhm.
inactive already. You got a third-round pick from last year inactive, who probably shouldn't even be playing football at this point because he's not good. But you decided to use a third-round pick on him. And like I said, we'll talk polls here in a few minutes. But that just goes back to like this team. Like, yeah, the production-wise, like Luther Burden was doing nothing yesterday.
Mhm.
Loveland doing nothing. Like, thank God Rome finally stepped up, but like the defense is getting railroaded, and yeah, this is going to be a funnel, just pass funnel, like all week, for the season, every week for the season. But like the offense too, like they played better, but they gotta have more sustained drives to give defense the time to rest and everything. When they're just getting just bombed on every drive, and they're just back out there 3 minutes later. I feel bad for them that they just can't catch their breath. But again, it's a talent on defense, and the injuries play a big part, of it with it as well. So, it's gonna be tough. I think like next week against Dallas, that's who's gonna cover CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb might put 200 yards on this team next week.
Joey mentioned, starting all of the fantasy players against the Bears. I'm betting the over on games for the foreseeable future on all Bears games because, like they're not going to be able to cover that. The Dallas's pass offense is damn good. I mean, it's close to being. I'm not going to say Lions good, but it's very close, at least at the beginning part of this year. Yeah, man, they're gonna have to win some shootouts to really win some games.
Yeah,
Jordan says when we find CD can't catch. It's been dropping it.
Yeah. All right. So the other bad side and the other bad note from the defense was obviously Jalen Johnson looks like he's lost for the season. He had the groin injury. He fought his way back, and he said he was fine. But we kind of said last week that if he came back and played week 1, would he be overcompensating? Would he be willing to go full speed? Would he be, kind of hesitating? And we kind of worst case scenario actually did happen. He says that he aggravated a different part of the groin. He was on Spiegel and Holmes, and he said that his the abductor got detached from the pelvis, and immediately he says doesn't sound as bad as it does. I don't know. I'm a few, to quote Tom Watt, I'm a few credits shy of my medical degree. But anytime a muscle comes off the bone, I immediately think that you need surgery to fix that and not just rehabbing it. So I don't know if that, like, he just wanted to, not to skip the surgery just so he could get back on the field. But I feel like if your muscle falls off the bone, that rehabbing is probably not good, if you're trying to get back and play football. But he's gone for the season, but sounds like, and now, maybe he does do surgery. Maybe he just rehabs it some more. I don't know. We'll find out later, in the next few days. But do you think Jalen should have shut it down a couple more weeks, guys?
First of all, we've licked too many batteries in our day to be opining about abductors. So I like whether or not there was no injury designation. Like, I get it. Like he rehabbed and he was held out a week. There was no limited or anything. Like there's no injury designation. And we knew that this could have happened, but like you mentioned, it is worst case scenario. I mean, once you're there, you're there. He played well while he was on the field. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. And it's like, if you're healthy, you go, right? Like, that's just what you do in the NFL. Yeah. It just sucks, man. It's just one of these things that, those groin injuries, especially the severity of this one, you just don't know how, even if he does come back after surgery next year, you don't know if you're ever going to be the same again. It takes a while. And from everything I heard, both on the Score and ESPN 1000 and everyone else, it's like, yeah, dude, these groin injuries are fucking serious business. So it just sucks because, I mean, their depth now is going to be challenged, and it's like you don't find Pro Bowl cornerbacks off the street, it's gonna be tough sledding.
Yeah, I don't want to pat myself on the back either, but as soon as it happened, I leaned over to Baloney yesterday, and I was like, "That's a dick injury." I know one when I see one.
I thought for a second, and it was like he broke up that play. I thought he was just upset that he didn't get that interception, or he didn't so he was just down on the ground. I'm like, oh, he was upset, and then he just laid on the ground, and he laid on the ground, and he didn't even roll over. And like we turned to each other, we're like, this is bad,
Not good.
Yeah. So Tyreek Stevenson, he needs to step up now. That's the only thing. I saw a stat, and I forgot who it was from, but that Tyreek Stevenson's grade, when quarterbacks throw him, is like 158.3 or something like that. So quarterbacks almost have a perfect rating against Tyreek Stevenson. And that kind of sucks because like he showed so much promise in the beginning of his rookie year that we thought like, man, we got a really good, like slot corner, for doing nickel coverage and everything. And like, this could be a guy, like maybe we don't need to re-sign, and now it's like, maybe we have to redraft him.
Yeah, so, probably. You're probably right.
He's probably not going to get a deal. And if there's rookies,
Colonel Bourbon says he's ass. I could complete passes against them. And this is, again, indicative of the Ryan Poles thing, right? Like, some of these guys show flashes for a second, but like it's either, and now I'm going back to like the White Sox thing, and like now I'm talking previous White Sox, not this year's, but it's like you just can't figure out a way to develop these guys. Like the Bears just can't develop one of these guys to like actually turn into an all-star or Pro Bowler. I'm wearing a jersey. Thank you, Doug. Shout out Dougie. But like someone like Darnell Wright, where like he's regressed. Yeah. Tyreek Stevenson definitely regressed, especially last season. But it's all of these guys, right? Like it's just like you don't see anybody taking that step up. It's always backwards with the Bears.
Yeah.
It's about culture too. Like, I mean, we're not inside the halls of Hallis, right? But like, what kind of culture coming from, the great stories you hear about the Pittsburgh Steelers and, New England back in the day, if the culture obviously is not set about expectations and getting on guys and holding them accountable, benching them for, not giving an effort, it's lacking in it. It's clearly showing because like that game yesterday, I felt like watching after like midway through the first quarter, the defense already looked gassed. They were done. They were tired. So what kind of conditioning are they doing? What happened? What was the game plan during the off season? Did they give them just a homework and figure it out yourself? We don't know.
Yeah. And it's tough the culture is a big reason why Ben Johnson was brought in here to, turn this thing around and develop a winning culture. Cause we see what's happening on the other side of the sidelines, right? With Dan Campbell, and like Ben Johnson was a big part of that. And you heard it everywhere today, but I'll reiterate it here. Like Dan Campbell started like 1-6. When Ben Johnson was with Dan Campbell, they started like 1-6. Like this takes time. Ditka started 0-2, and like it's good. Like we said, it's gonna be bad before it gets better. But we're hoping that he flips that switch pretty quickly now. I saw a report that Ben Johnson after week 1, they had the Monday night game, so they were already a day behind. They didn't have a padded practice on Wednesday, and I thought that was really curious because it's like if you want to get better, you probably have to be in pads. And there are some people criticizing that, and it's like that's probably not great. But I mean, who am I to judge? You're like he knows better than anybody. But there's little things like I said, that's like, oh, now I know someone in the comments saying he's gotten out coached twice too. And that was to be expected. I mean, we said that like eventually I think he will be the best coach in this division. But when you're going up against Kevin O'Connell and Dan Campbell, like it's hard to not get out coached when it's like your first and second game in the league. And like they've got rosters and like just a history of being really fucking good.
Yeah. And plus Dan Campbell knows Ben Johnson's nuances and kind of like his mindset.
That's why I thought it was going to be a closer game than it was. And Joey, you mentioned the defense getting gassed. I thought the defense played fairly well up until the end of that half. Like right at the end of the half when it should have been clock expired, and then they reviewed it and they did the 10-second runoff. That swing in the game, that was basically the ball game, right? Like, because you go into that half still fighting, still competing, they give them the 6 seconds, they score a touchdown, which we all knew was going to be inevitable. As soon as we're like clock's done, Dougie, you were screaming, get him off the field, go into the locker room. You're like, just
go in the locker room, fucking leave.
As soon as we saw those 6 seconds get back on the clock, we're like, fuck, this is going to be bad. And of course, they scored, and that was basically ball game. Before that, the defense was competing, and the same thing happened in the first game, right? The defense was fine up until, second half adjustments, and then they got exposed. It's like, you just got to put together, more than 2 quarters, 3 quarters of football to win this league.
72 points in the last 5 quarters. Not good on the defensive part on that. Very, very booty, as they would say. I don't know what Dennis Allen can do to get these guys, righted in a short period of time. Because you're thin on depth, and you're just now there's game film, and you're getting exposed. And what Dan Campbell did yesterday was just that was a fuck you to Ben Johnson. That was a Shawn Michaels. That was a Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I love you.
Super kick to the face.
That was when, especially when I think, what was it? He went for
it on fourth.
Fourth down, like on the 5-yard line instead of kicking the field goal. That was a fuck you statement.
And can I say, like, if the shoe was on the other foot, and eventually it will be, I have a feeling Ben Johnson would do the same. And that's just their relationship, right? Like, I think that's who they are as coaches and as men. Like, we've seen it. It's backfired for Ben Johnson the last 2 weeks, but he's going for it on 4th down. He's being aggressive, and he's doing all these things. There's a reason why they work so well together in Detroit, right? Like, they have that same similar mindset. So I know a lot of people were like, oh, fuck, why is Dan Campbell doing this? And like, that's just who they are. Like, I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
So this is what I want for the rest of the season out of Ben Johnson. And I don't care that if he goes for it on 4th and stuff like that. I'm okay with the balls. But his book of cute plays, he needs to go ahead and retire that for the rest of the season. The surprise plays, all the like little cute plays that he tries pulling off or whatever. Let's just go ahead and save those for year 2, because he doesn't have the players right now to be doing that stuff. And it seems like every time he tries to pull off something like that in these first 2 games, it is just backfired. So get rid of that little cute book just for the year, bring it back next year, and we'll go from there. That's what I want to see.
All right, so let's talk about the one bright spot, and that would seem to be like the coming out party of Rome Odunze. We were kind of waiting for him to have this kind of big game. 7 catches, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns on 11 targets. So it seemed like in comparison, DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 46 yards. It seems like now Rome has taken over the number 1 receiving slot. He's the guy now. We always said he has the bigger body. And to be honest, like, DJ Moore looks checked out. Ben Johnson had some comments today about they're going to start changing their schemes, and they're going to getting guys more involved who I think it was quote like who are going to show the effort, in practice and everything. So maybe a subtle hint at DJ, because we've seen him get frustrated when they're down and he doesn't get the ball, and
all of last season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but Rome, the Caleb Rome connection, all roads lead to Rome. This seems like it's Rome's team now, and I don't want. Maybe we got Luther Burden. We can get him more involved. Does potentially a DJ Moore trade help us get some secondary depth, some draft picks? I don't know, but good to see it. That I think this is the relationship going forward is Caleb and Rome lighting it up.
Yeah, I think it's no secret, and I think we've heard enough within the last 2 seasons to just realize that DJ Moore and Caleb Williams just don't like each other. They don't mesh. They don't gel. Colonel Bourbon's in the comments saying DJ's been whining since Field left. Yeah, DJ Moore had like his best career as a wide receiver, one of his best career seasons as a wide receiver when it was Justin Fields last year here. We saw. I'm not a big body language guy. We've talked about that forever, as like the Jay Cutler stuff, and now DJ Moore last season pouting, and even sometimes like last year Caleb on the sidelines like pouting,
After getting stacked 7 times, and he's just like,
I'm not a big
like. What do you expect?
No, so I'm not a big body language guy, but I am a big effort guy, and it's noticeable. Yeah. It's noticeable the way that Roma Dunze runs routes compared to DJ Moore of late. At least, last season, DJ Moore, and now the first 2 games of this season. And yeah, that's one of the things. Like if Ben Johnson wants to send a message, yeah, maybe you give Luther Burden a couple more snaps. Olamide Zaccheaus is someone that like for sure has a relationship with Caleb Williams, and you've seen like that's another bright spot. Like he came out of nowhere and he's pretty decent.
He's a security blanket for Caleb.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, if DJ's not going to put in the effort, almost like Ben Johnson says, like no block, no rock. It's like, if you're not putting in the effort, you got to get called out on it. And I still think there's a way that, I don't want to be all panic button. And there's a way that, like I said, this offense is going to gel and it's going to look way different, week 5, week 6, week 7. There's a way DJ Moore could get back on in everyone's good graces. And that's fucking catching some footballs and scoring some touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So let's finish up the Bears talk by talking what seemed to be the most popular topic of Twitter and all the sports talk radio was Ryan Poles. There's a lot of Ryan Poles discourse on the web and the traffics today, and I saw a tweet. I hate his clickbaity stuff, but Eric Lambert, he put Ryan Poles has drafted 34 players as Bears GM. 26 have played 1 or more seasons. None of them have made the Pro Bowl. He's the only GM in franchise history to have that honor at the moment. 3-17 versus division, 15-38 overall. Both are worse in franchise history too. And he just got that 5-year extension to coincide with Ben Johnson. Now we've been, beating the drum for the better part of a decade, saying that the Bears do everything backwards, where they fire the GM, then hire the coach, and then fire the coach, and then
draft the quarterback.
Yeah, draft. Mm-hmm. It's a circle of fucking shit, right? So they give the extension to Ryan Poles to line up with Ben Johnson, but what has he done to? He hasn't done anything to earn that, and I think in a lot of Bears fans' opinions, because yes, we knew that he had to come in and fix a lot of Ryan Pace's bullshit. And Sylvie had that tweet yesterday, pick a Ryan, Poles or Pace. And Pace was just smoking Poles. I was like, do we forget how shitty Ryan Poles fucked up this Bears team with bad contracts?
Pace,
sorry.
The argument to be made, though, that Ryan Pace at least made it to the playoffs and had a coach of the year candidate and had some Pro Bowlers. I think the 2 arguments, if anybody is in Ryan Poles' camp right now, which I am not, but I'm just playing, devil's advocate, is he did get them out of the salary cap hell that Ryan Pace started.
Yes.
And he did sign Ben Johnson. His hanging hat is he signed Ben Johnson when we didn't think the Bears were ever going to sign the big name coach and put up the money to sign the big name coach. Is that enough to warrant a 5-year extension? No. It should be by X's and O's and wins and roster depth and everything else. But like we said, the Bears do everything ass backwards. The only thing I could hope for is that this is the last time that this happens. Going forward, it sucks to say in 5 years from now he's going to get fired, but that means that Ben Johnson probably gets fired 5 years from now. That's the thing. I'm not hoping for Ryan Poles to be bad. I want him to get better because we're tied to him for the next 5 years, and it sucks. And honestly, we and I'll call ourselves meathead Bears fans, but us as Bears fans, we're looking for someone to blame right now, and we can't blame the quarterback because he's in a new system and he's started 19 games. And we can't blame the coach because he's only been here for 2 games. So it's like you're looking for someone to blame, and that's Ryan Poles, and rightfully so. We should have probably been blaming him more the last couple of seasons.
And the thing that I'm scared about the most is that, Ryan Poles is going to do something, just continue to be bad. They'll cut bait with him. They'll bring in some new GM, and he's not going to want Ben Johnson. And we finally get the coach that we've all been clamoring for, and just they're going to bring in a new GM who doesn't want Ben Johnson. That's what kind of scares me the most.
I think Ben Johnson has enough pull right now
Mhm.
that like he would have a say in who the next GM will
Good
be,
point.
I
or
think so. Yeah.
just let him do it. Like, and I'm not saying let him do it because like he's smarter than everyone else. I just think he's more capable than Ryan Pohl is now, and that's indicative by the fact that as much as we're shitting on Ryan Poles and complaining about Colson Loveland and Luther Burden thing, you can't sit here and say that like that Ben Johnson didn't have a huge part in them drafting those two guys. So as much as we're pointing the finger on Ryan Poles, these guys, while still early, it's on Ben Johnson as well, right? Like he signed off on like, yes, we should draft this guy instead of Warren or, you know, anything else.
Yeah, I agree with your statement 100%. Like it's going to have to be Ben Johnson picking his guy if it comes to that, because I mean, who are you really having pick then? A McCaskey or Warren?
You don't want
know,
you don't want Kevin Warren to pick
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Like, you know,
he's too busy picking out, you know, bar stools.
That's what I'm saying.
Stadium seats.
Yeah, that, you know, so like it's got to be him that picks it, you know. So, but I am hearing from my sources we're about like 2 weeks of bad Bears football from Ryan Poles getting indicted. I'm just saying.
Man. All right. So for the people that don't know, or you know, Dougie's been wanting to do the trial of Ryan Poles since like the end of last season, and we were gonna do it. We had it already.
I was the judge. I was gonna be judging.
You were a judge. We were gonna be pro and against, you know, lawyers, and we had it already. We were doing homework on it, and then the week we were gonna do it is the week he got an extension. So it's like, why even do it?
Well,
like,
that's when he got Ben Johnson.
He got Ben Johnson
Oh,
the
yeah,
day we were supposed to do the trial.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, now he's exonerated for that point. All right, maybe we bring it back, Dougie.
All right. Yeah, we'll see.
Brian Poles has a 28.3 winning percentage. That's 4.8 wins per season when he got his extension.
It's White Sox losing record bad. It's close to that.
Yeah, I miss Lovie Smith.
Yeah,
I think we all do. Also, Kevin Warren says Ryan Poles, he's still growing and learning on the job as a young GM. Look, we're in the window now with Caleb's rookie contract, and we have a lot of good weapons on offense. We don't need a GM learning on the job. You were an lineman, and you can't fucking scout linemen.
Yeah.
For some reason, you still think Braxton Jones was a good option, and he just was, you know, backing up like a fucking truck yesterday. Like, and now the Cowboys just got, you know, Jadeveon Clowney signed. So now Braxton Jones got to go up against Clowney, you know, on Sunday. Thank God not Micah Parsons, because that would have been.
Even Clown. I mean, you're right. Braxton Jones is probably not a starting caliber left tackle right now. Jadeveon Clowney is not the Jadeveon Clowney that
he's not. But also, a third of Clowney is still greater than 100% of Braxton Jones.
Ooh, that's good math right there.
It is good math. You know, this is the thing that scares me. You know, like right now, everybody's ready to jump off a cliff with this Bears team week 2. How bad do you think it's going to be if week 3 we lose to Eberflus's defense?
Eberflus revenge game is coming, baby. Get ready for that,
dude.
Yeah. I see all this pressure coming at Caleb, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
All right, yes. So let's wrap up the Bears with a little prediction for the Cowboys game. At this point, is anybody feeling good about a win, or when did they get their first win? Probably the Raiders. Maybe
I would say Raiders. I don't think there's just watching Cowboys put up nearly 40 points. You know.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
It was on the Giants, but
yeah, I know, but still.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna put up points, and the Bears aren't gonna be able to stop. You know. Javonte Williams looks really good as a running back, and they can't stop the run, you know, either.
Yeah.
So, CD Lamb, George Pickens, Bears secondary is gonna get smoked fucking Sunday.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get tore up.
Yeah, you better hope Montez Sweat decides to, you know, step up and show up and get some pressures and maybe a couple sacks or a knockdown. Like. No sacks in that game yesterday. If Jared Goff just had all day in the fucking pocket, and you couldn't, the one time they got a sack, it got negated by a penalty.
Yep.
So like Jesus Christ! Like the one time we do something good, and we get taken off the board. So the fact that you couldn't even sack Jared Goff in the entire game is a testament to how bad the pass rush has been for this team.
And the Lions had a hurt offensive line too.
Yeah, they're not the same offensive line as they were. They lost player, and then also with injuries. Yeah,
they got a new center.
Yeah. So Bears should have had some luck against Goff and everything. Obviously, Gibbs, Montgomery are still two great running backs, but you let Goff go over, throw for 330 yards, 5 touchdowns, Jesus Christ. So
here's hoping that back at Soldier Field that these guys will step it up and hold each other more accountable, commit less penalties if we're lucky, and a kicker that can actually make a field goal.
Oh my God. Or just kick it down the field. Like, dude, to start off the game, we didn't even talk about that. Starting off the game, kicking it out of bounds. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
That's your special teams captain, Cairo Santos. Like starting the game right where he left off, fucking it up game one. It's like when you wanted to kick it out of bounds, he couldn't. And then when you don't want him to, straight out of bounds. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the start of that game. It was so fucky.
Yeah,
Cairo Santos,
so brutal.
evergreen bum.
Last thing I want to say is that Caleb played a better game, obviously, than he did week 1. But the people who were on the sports talk callers and the tweets and everything saying that this was on Caleb, I don't know if you expected him to for them in the offense to throw up 60 points week 2 of a new offense. I really don't know what you expect. That loss was not on Caleb. They once again went down first possession and scored. They got they did get 14 points before halftime. Like I don't know what you expected from that. It was complete utter defensive collapse. And people who are out there saying this is all on Caleb Williams, fuck you, it wasn't.
Leave my quarterback alone.
They were driving again in the first or second quarter when Swift fumbled the ball too. So you just can't give the Lions and a team like the Lions extra possessions. It's like you gotta capitalize on your possessions and score some points. And that fumble, just like that blown call at the end of the half, like those were devastating plays. But I have faith in Caleb right now and Ben Johnson offensively. It's everything else.
Yep. All right, we're going to wrap the Bears talk. We're going to play some quick ad and then be back with some beef talk.
Yeah. Beef.
That's what's for dinner.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, Sox, and Bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today.
All right, we are back with our special guest, Uncle Baby Cajun. You might know him as Jim. But Jim, welcome to I'm just gonna use your government name unless you want me to call you UBC. Oh, your mic is muted.
Oh, is he muted? Are you muted?
Oh no, we got technical difficulties.
Dude, I love how you asked him for permission after you just blew him up anyway. Like there's no going back. Oh,
nope, not yet.
No. Oh man, we tested the audio. He sounded great too. Beautiful. Here we go. Hold on. Give it time.
He looks good. That's half the battle.
Now he's muted. Now we're
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Yep.
Give it another shot. Keep saying something.
Sing for us.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's there.
Awesome.
We're good.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
So
we don't know how. Can we call you by your government name? Are we calling you
Jim is good. Call me Jim.
Dio Cajun, or I never know how to pronounce your handle. Raju.
The Rougarou.
The Rougarou.
Never gonna
The Rougarou. It's the New Orleans werewolf.
There's a New Orleans werewolf?
like a chupacabra.
Yeah. Kind of like a chupacabra for sure. It's a crypto.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They like to eat gumbo, so it's a little different than a normal werewolf.
Gumbo.
I gotta look this up now and see if there's the Ruga.
The Rougarou.
Rougarou.
The
We're
Rougarou.
learning things already. Thank you, Jim.
Yeah. I don't even know ROUG. Yeah, how do you spell that? ROUG. Because I'm curious about this. But anyways, Jim, Rougarou. Oh, this thing's crazy. Hold on. I
You
gotta
wanna
share this.
share with the group? Nah, now we're talking. We're doing some. We're getting close enough to Halloween. Jason, you're a big Halloween guy.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Maybe you put one of these things on your front lawn, scare all the kids.
Yeah, let's show this. Add us to the stage real quick. This is the
Oh shit!
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Rougarou.
Yeah,
The
there you
beast
go.
from the beast from the bayous. Look at the claws on that thing.
yeah. Definitely likes gumbo. Can tell.
Can he
Yeah.
pass rush?
I gotta say, you guys having me follow up on that Bears discussion, like just very depressing talk there.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we needed you. We needed
Yeah.
you to up the spirits. You had
Yeah.
you've been doing your beef reviews, but I feel like they like really went like reviral like within the last
Yeah.
like 10 days or so, right? Where like I saw a bunch
Yeah,
of people
yeah.
commenting on it, a bunch of different people quote tweeting it and things like that. So when did you know you're like, hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this for fun, or what was the process between like you starting? And I'm gonna pull up the rankings a little bit, but how did you get into beef, basically?
All right. So years ago, I always obviously love Italian beef. And we know the big Italian beef places, all that. I always wanted to find like that one like hidden gem. And then I'd say like a year ago, I got a buddy. His name's Slav. He started doing. He calls it gas or ass. He ranks beef based on if they're gas or if they're ass. And I was just like, hey, like, let me put together this spreadsheet. I do a lot with spreadsheets. So let me just put together this spreadsheet and start ranking beefs. So I'd attribute to him. I put his ranking on there as well. But then I have about 7 other people who try beefs, let me know what they rank them. And then that's the little algorithm, put in a little formula and get your average score of beef places around Chicagoland.
So you've been over pretty extensively here.
Yeah. So like last year, the hope was doing victory beefs after every game, but
Not
clearly
enough
that
eating.
didn't happen. Yeah, it was good for about like up until week 7, and then it just went to crap pretty
Yeah,
quickly. So
I was gonna say we don't need my man starving out here.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys know Mailman Jack. He called last Tuesday, did a beef. He called it a bummer beef. So I was like, oh, a bummer beef's a pretty good idea. So
not really, not affiliated with us.
Yeah, not
affiliated with you guys, but yeah.
Yeah, and recently I think like the highest ranking beef right now is Mr. Beef. This was a recent revelation, wasn't it?
Oh, I've been avoiding Mr. Beef like a plague. I read a couple of reviews about it, and it just seemed like people were kind of hating on it, which with a lot of the bigger beef places, it happens. People hate on Johnny's. People, they hate. I don't want to say Portillo's is an average beef, but you guys get what I mean. Like, just people want to be different. So people were hating on Mr. Beef, and went in there on Tuesday, went in there for like a brunch, went in there like 10:30, try to beat the rush. And honestly, one of the best beefs I've ever had. So,
all right. So before we break down this spreadsheet, like, how are you ordering your beef? Are you dipping it with sweet, with hot? What's the standard order?
All right. So key is always order with hot peppers, because that makes it. Once you try it once, then okay, there's certain places the peppers are way too hot, so you're not going to do it again. But and hot peppers can ruin the sandwich. And then I usually don't, because the good beef places, you don't really need to say you want it dipped. It just happens. But if they ask, you get it dipped. So dipped hot peppers, and that's all I order.
No cheese?
No cheese. I don't. I know some people like it. They like their cheddar croissants. They like all that. For me, no cheese on the beef. It does have a place for it for sure, but for the rankings, there's no place for mozzarella, provolone, cheddar. the whole cheese sauce from Portillo's, I gotta leave it off there.
Okay.
That's a sneaky good one though. The Portillo's with the cheese sauce. I
Yeah.
feel like it bumps it up. And I want to get your opinion on this. I've been an avid, and I've said this on the show a while back. But I'm a big combo guy. I feel like if you're going beef, I'd rather do the Italian combo because you get a little bit of the Italian sausage and the beef. Thoughts on doing the double dipping with the combo?
I love a good combo. Johnny's has a really good combo. Portillo's has a good combo. I'm about the combo, but for the sake of the rankings, gotta leave the combo off. Now you could do a little like side ranking and say, hey, these are the best combos. There's so many different ways you could go with it. Unfortunately, like with the beef, someone's like, hey, do sub sandwiches. Man, I can only do so much cardio to make sure I stay in decent shape. Otherwise, like I'm getting older, I'd be in the hospital or something. So you got to watch the sodium intake.
Well, that's the same thing. Like I heard, like Guy Fieri, like when he would start like Triple D and everything, he had to work out like an insane amount because of all the places he was going and eating. That it wasn't good for his health. He's like, I'm gonna be dead by 50 if I don't work out extensively.
Well, I don't mean to shit on my man Guy Fieri, but some of the places that he goes to on Triple D are total ass. They're not good. So that could be contributing to it too.
Yeah. Did we lose Jim?
Oh, we might have got the Telemundo internet. It looks like he's frozen. I'm gonna give it a second. I'll put the rankings back on. Hopefully we get him back.
Wait.
Yep, there he goes.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys,
Sorry about
before
that.
we like dissect these, Jason or Dougie, Joey, you guys got any thoughts on the beef spreadsheet?
Yeah, so my thing was I was happy to see Johnny's Beef at number 2. But Dougie, you said that recently Johnny's Beef has fallen off. I don't live around Elmwood Park, so it is like a 45-minute drive for me to head over there if I want to get a beef. So it's been, I would say, maybe like 3 years, maybe 4 since last time I had Johnny's Beef. Jim, any truth that you think that Johnny's has potentially fallen off from their lore?
So I had it recently. I had it. It was after Bears Family Fest, so about a month ago, a little month and a half ago. I guess it depends on the time of day you go. The first time I had it, again, went there as soon as it opened. I feel like that's kind of the sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great beef when I first had it, but I would say a month ago it was a little different. But the line was also out the door, so try to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I feel like when I say fallen off, there was like a big switch that, in my opinion, turned there, like right after COVID. I feel like the size has gone down a lot. Like they don't fill it up as good as they used to. And yeah, yeah. But and then the flavor is always going to be there. You're always going to have that recipe and everything. Yeah. But I just felt like the quality of the bread was a little messed up too. I might have just had like an off day, but I don't know. It just felt like it fell off for me,
Yeah, I've always loved Johnny's, but like you mentioned, Jay, I think the last time I had Johnny's was with you. It was probably like 3-4 years ago. It was I don't even know what we were doing, but it was like a late night beef that we went. I'm more of a Southwest suburbs guy, so there's a good amount of representation here. I know Luke's in the comments saying Little Joe's in Countryside. Julie used to work right down the street from there. I would meet her for lunch. So I'm very familiar with Little Joe's. I love that it's high up there. That place is
Little Joe's is it's one of my favorite spots.
They're chili dogs. They're chili dogs. I'll recommend anything from there. But now to
they're
nitpick,
awesome.
I'm gonna go down, and I know this is a point of contention with a lot of people. A lot of people don't like the way Pops does their hot peppers or sweet peppers, for that matter. And I'm a big fan of that type of giardiniera. It's very different. I saw Pops down on those rankings. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pick his brain on why he didn't like Pops as much, because that's one of my go-to places.
All right, so this I think the location I have is specifically to Palos Heights location, so I think it's 127th in Harlem.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I just for me, it's the peppers first of all, way too much celery, and I don't know what it is. Like I've had it multiple times to the point where it's actually dropped more, and I usually don't do that. I try to give it a benefit of the doubt, and I've actually dropped it more. So I just don't like the beef. I don't like the jus. I don't like. There's just nothing about it that I like. Now I know people love Pops, so I hate to knock Pops, but it's just not for me. Specifically that location, and I've done that. I've had like Portillo's, I'll do specific locations where you think that the beef would be pretty similar. So I just try to keep it fair in that regard.
No, I'm with you, Jim, on the Pops. I had it a couple months ago. We ordered from the Romeoville location, and the first time I had Pops in a long time, and I was disappointed with it because I used to be a Pops guy. Peter, I'm with you. I do like the way they do their peppers. You know, a lot more crunch.
Yeah.
You know, with them, but the beef in itself was just very underwhelming, a little dry, and I was kind of like, man, this is Pops. I think that's probably an accurate ranking because that last time I had it was completely different and tear dropped, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I used to love Pops too.
Oh yeah. One of the ones that you got on the list that is absolutely one of my favorites in the blue, Jay's Beef, Harwood Heights. Solid beef, one of my favorites.
Yeah, Jay's good. The lack of representation on the north side is just not easy for me to get to. So obviously very minimum on the north side. It's just like I'm from the south suburbs. I work in the western suburbs, so it's just not a path. But Jay's is great. I like Roma's, which is like Cicero and 90. I like Roma's. I know a couple other people who have it who don't like Roma's. That's why the score is actually lower. But yeah.
So how many like do you have on the north side, for example, like pending on like your to visit list?
Oh, well, after last week, I actually put together a little on the radar. So I do have Barry's, Praz recommended a few. So we got Blazing Grill, we got Luke's, someone recommended Piero's, and then Clark Street Dogs messaged me and invited me out there. So I got to figure out a time.
You're an influencer now.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Something. I try to keep it low key, and I I might take them up on it and get a free beef or whatever. I'll pay for it. Don't need free beef. But.
I think we got something here now because I'm sure you're aware because you're the beefluencer. Every year WGN has their beef bracket, their March brief thing. Maybe we need to get you to like be a judge for it, you know,
or like the Steve Kornacki, like breaking it all down.
Yeah.
So I actually on my it's not public, it's where I have all the formulas and stuff. I actually put where they put stuff on the bracket because I thought last year's bracket was so bad. So I keep it. I was keeping track of it just to see like where they did it last year, just to see where it matches up. But yeah, I would love to do that because I think last year they had some voter fraud. Like it got kind of crazy where they were like,
it was
bots, insane.
Maybe some bots.
Yeah.
Some bot issues for sure.
Yeah, those damn beef bots.
Bots.
If we could pull up the list again. I want to specifically talk about the bottom three. What made them so bad?
Schaumburg.
Schaumburg's. The one place Rosie's, they actually have a location off of 90. I'm not sure where at on the north side here, but the Schaumburg location is just not good. It's like in an office building, so kind of gave them the benefit of the doubt. A few people at where I work were like, hey, you need to try this place. Not good. Joe's Pizza, I don't want to really rag on because the owner, it was such a cool place to walk into. I thought the beef was going to be great, and then it was not good. And then Brandy's is just your run of the mill. It's just a greasy spoon type of place. You can order. It's kind of like a Nicky's or something, but in Schaumburg. Right. And it's just I don't know. Doesn't really hit. They have like everything. It's like a Greek. Okay. It's owned by Greeks, which is fine, but it's just not great. The good gyros though.
Right.
Gyro. Yeah. Not good beef.
I did notice that Mickey's is not on this list. I know, Peter, you're a big Mickey's guy.
Yeah, so the thing with Mickey's is like there's a million of them and they're all separate and like different people own them. So it would be hard to judge. You might just need a separate spreadsheet for all of the Mickeys and then kind of like name those as they go. But yeah, I was a big fan of the Mickey's by me. They closed, they retired and sold it. Now there's one on 111th in Worth. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, Mickey's is one. Like Nicky's too. I've just never. Yeah. I've been there. It's just I've never ranked them because I tried doing places that weren't really kind of out of my way and not as common. Then like I was always like, well, I could just go to Nicky's right down the street, and then I just never did it. So
the Johnny's in Arlington Heights. Now, is that a spinoff of the Elmwood location, or is that a complete just same name?
Yeah, it's a spinoff. I don't know how they're related, but it is a spinoff. A part of me, like in my head, thinks like Johnny's in Elmwood Park doesn't know about Johnny's in Arlington Heights, but obviously I assume they do. It's just it's not the same. It's fine, I guess. There's some people that are like, oh, it's good, and I don't know. It's just mid-tier, I would say.
It's almost like the Nick and Vito's and the Vito and Nick's that's on Roberts Road in Hickory Hills that nobody talks about, but it's like, well, what are you guys trying to pull here?
Yeah.
And that's another one, Jim, that I have to invite you, if you haven't tried already, because it's absent from your list here, is Vito and Nick's here on South Pulaski by me. It's a hidden gem. Their beef sandwich is a hidden gem.
They got beef?
Yeah.
I love their Italian beef pizza. I didn't even know they had Italian beef there, and I've been going there since I was little. So I'll definitely try that one.
No, add to it. And thank you.
Family staple.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you, because I'm going to share your list now with my family and shut them up once and for all that Tony's is way better than Portillo's.
Yeah. Where's Tony's on the list?
Middle of the pack. Very respectable.
Okay. So
Tony's Chicago, right? 7.6.
Yeah, I have this like tin hat theory, and like when I get tacos, if I go to like Los Camales or something out by me, like you get different tacos based on what day of the week it is and who's cooking. Mm-hmm. And sometimes like on a if I get tacos on a Thursday, they're way worse than if I get tacos like on a Saturday night. And I feel like the best like taco chefs work the like Friday nights and Saturday nights. So if you had a bad beef, do you think it was the time of day? Maybe the different chef.
Definitely. There's a place, and I think they won WGN's thing called Babo's. It's somewhere near O'Hare. I don't know exact location. I went there once, and I think it was just like I went in very disheveled. It must have been after a rush or something, and got the beef. And my buddy Slav thought it was a great beef. I think he ranked it like 8.8 or something. And I tried it, and I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, it's so bad. So you give everyone a little bit of a mulligan. But yeah, I think it definitely depends on the type of day. Depends on the day. Like I said, I think like early, maybe a half hour after opens your key time to go, because it gives them a little time to prep. Mm-hmm. But like Tony's is open early, so you can get in you could have breakfast at Tony's if you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
I like a beef place like that. So
Jason, I know you mentioned like I just want to push back on you saying like the taco places are better like Friday, Saturday night. That's just you're drunk and they taste better, man. I don't think the good chefs are working Friday midnight shift.
I said night, not 3 a.m. in the morning. I expect not the 3 a.m. tacos to be drunk tasting good. I'm talking if I go like Friday night for like after work, like let's go out for tacos for dinner. Like you get the better guys working the weekend shift.
And just to be clear, he's talking about Taco Bell right now.
The double decker's back, baby.
Yeah, right.
I did have Taco Bell last week.
Show us the packets, Jay. Show us the
I'm,
packets.
I'm out. I'm out.
Oh,
I actually bought a jar of the Taco Bell hot sauce.
there you
Okay.
go.
Up your game.
All right, Jim. So you're probably gonna keep on this making this thing go until the wheels fall off, then, right? I mean, obviously, it's gonna keep on being a live list, and you're gonna keep adding to it.
Oh yeah, gonna keep going. Anyone has any recommendations, send it my way. If you have a score, send it my way. And yeah, it's just gonna keep going. So my goal is to find that hidden, like the best hidden gem. So, and then yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You get your own TV show on like WGN or like Fox.
Yes.
Or something, like,
So that was gonna be my question. Is like now that you've gained this beefluencer tag and like this went viral. Is there thoughts that just not doing the spreadsheet, but maybe going like the Portnoy route and like videotaping your beefs?
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I try to keep it a little low key. Last few months, I guess it's not so. I used to be an anonymous Twitter account, and that's just completely in the last few months just gone away. So I don't know. We'll see. I told a friend of mine, a very special friend of mine, that I kind of want like to make an app, like just an app that would rank beefs around, something like. Just something simple. So if someone had an idea and approached me, I'd sell the idea to them for sure.
I like that.
Or they just want to take the idea. That's fine too. Whatever.
As someone who built an app back in the day, they are very expensive to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
either no
Yeah, I
coding
won't be doing it.
or know a friend who will do it on the very, very low cheap. Otherwise, get ready to shell out a couple $10,000, $20,000 for an app.
No, that's where we get that's where we get like somebody to sponsor it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the
You can buy a lot of beefs with $20,000. So
or just do the print the beefluencer shirts and then sell those.
Yes.
There we go.
Hey, I'd buy one. Dougie, before we let you go, Jim, Dougie had an idea for like a quick on the spot ranking. So Dougie, hit me with your thought.
Yeah. So basically, this is what this is. You are going to be rating shitty frozen beefs. And so it's going to be on the spot. You're going to power rank them, blind rank them. So basically, as they come up there, it's a 1 through 5. I want you to place it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So
Okay.
Your first beef is coming up.
Oh, we're going with a 4 right there.
4.
All
Okay.
right.
Never
for
even
the
had
people-
that.
So
Okay.
for the people listening, that is Devanco's Foods. And like Dougie mentioned this to me at least, like obviously you're throwing a party, you're throwing a barbecue, you're throwing something, you want to get fresh beef, right? You want to get it catered for one of your better reputable places, but you always got that one aunt, that one tia that's just gonna grab this bucket of beef, toss it in some hot water, and go to the party that way. So like we've all had at least one of these shitty beefs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, next
All right.
one.
Next one.
Oh, Vienna, you got to go. I'm going to go 2 because I do have a
2.
number 1, and I'll see if you have it. But Vienna, I'm going 2.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, everyone knows. I mean, Vienna's the trustworthy one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. Oh, Papa Charlie's. We'll go 3.
All right. This is filling in.
So we got 2 left, right?
Yep. 2 left.
Even though on the label it looks like Arby's beef.
It does.
It don't look- I would not buy Papa Charlie's. I'm just telling you. Little
That
5-pounder.
color
It
looks a
like
little
roast beef.
it looks like a little
Ugh.
expired on that beef
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Bona, number 1's Bona. I prefer Bona over Portillo's. This was like
Wow, I
You're
guess we
getting
gotta unpack that a little bit. You're a Bona fan, huh?
I prefer Bona over Portillo's. It's something about the spice in their au jus, so I prefer it. Always have. And then Bona, like we call it grad party beefs, like kind of what you're saying, parties and stuff. Always Bona, like so definitely grew up in a Bona family, and yeah, that's the frozen Bona's number 1 for sure.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
I
So
just remember my mom dropping the meat in like a pot, just dropping it in there. So
All right, so then by default, this is going to be number 5.
number 5. Not the coach.
This
More
guy
bad
over
bears
here.
news.
He got a bad name.
Oh man.
I'll also say Ditka terrible Jardinier. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ditka's Jardinier.
I mean,
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
Ditka put his name on anything and everything. So
Everything.
He's the Krusty the Clown of endorsements.
What's funny too, when you go to Pittsburgh, he's got some billboards around there too.
Oh, yeah.
So he didn't.
Yeah.
He definitely marketed himself well.
My favorite thing about the Ditka tub is he's the only one that just put add bread. Just add bread. That's all you got to do.
Just add bread.
Yeah.
All right. Jim, anything you want to plug before we let you go?
Nope, nothing to plug for me. I guess I'll plug if people haven't bought the 108 tickets for tomorrow, go ahead and buy those. Other than that, I hope to see a lot of people tomorrow.
Yeah,
and,
I'll be there tomorrow. So
awesome, and I appreciate you guys having me on. I love talking beef, so this was awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, as the rankings update, we might need an update on the.
Absolutely. When I first posted it, you were one of the first people to comment it, and this was months ago. So yeah, for sure.
All right,
Hi, man.
Thanks for joining us.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, that was awesome. That guy's doing the legwork, man. And
doing the heavy lifting.
What's crazy, you think about how many like hot dog beef stands there are in Chicago. Like, I don't know. He would need like an army of reviewers to help, I think, grab everything. But his list is pretty solid. Definitely a solid list.
And of the Chicago foods that you would want to rank, I feel like beef is the one that gives you enough variety for you to be able to do this. I've seen these rankings with pizza, obviously, and then like there's some guy that does like Chicago hot dogs and stuff like that. But like, there's an easy way to fuck up a hot dog. But for the most part, it's it's the Vienna hot dog, and like at least the beef gives you enough variety that you're able to rank them like that. So yeah, he's doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I really hope that he's able to come out with that app. Hopefully,
that'd be awesome.
A beef matchmaker app.
The Beefluencer app, patent pending. All right, let's close the show. Let's bump some people, guys.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum.
All right, let's get to our listener bums and MVBs. First up is Sidney Brown. His MVBs, the Bums, us, and the Ramova for hosting the best Bears watch party despite the score. We try to do a good event despite the outcome, so thank you, Sid. Bum of the week, the Bears not converting on 4th and 1. The White Sox offense versus Cleveland, and New York Giants offensive line Jamie Hudson for committing 3 penalties on opening drive. Yes.
There's one thing I'm going to nitpick Sidney Brown about, and that's James Hudson had 4 penalties in one drive. he ended up getting benched. That was unbelievable. I mean, we think we have problems. 4 penalties in one drive is a problem.
Damn.
Mailman Jack missed the beef talk. He's gonna have to go scroll back. Because it was a good one. And you got name dropped. So
next up we got JT, our guy Jeff, playing him in fantasy. So fuck you, Jeff. You're beating me.
You know what? MVP Jeff for beating Jason.
Yes.
His MVP, us, and the 108 for providing opportunities for fans to meet at events like tomorrow's bobblehead game or Saturday's final Whiskey at Comiskey hashtag same as plugs. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that at the end of the show for up this Saturday. And then Bum of the Week, DraftKings cash out option, dropping my cash out $20 in the time it took me to click twice.
That's tough. You got to be quick with those fingers.
Yeah. Next up, Jeff Bartlett, MVP, the watch party yesterday. Thank you, Jeff. Good to see you. Bum, Jalen Johnson's groin. Yeah. Muscles be Chicago lower legs sports athlete muscles be like that.
Soft tissue injuries.
Yep. King asked MVP, Roma Dunze doing football good. Good to see him finally coming out, having his coming out party yesterday. But with Jalen Johnson's private parts for the ripping and the tearing.
Yeah, I mean, Dougie called it. He said, that's a dick injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. JT's just pouring salt in the wound there. My guys playing now could fumble 20 times and I'd still lose.
Love this
Good.
trash talk.
You know what? I could have used a 40 spot from Nico Collins tonight, but that didn't happen. All right, Colonel Bourbon, bums us for believing. Yeah, we always get ourselves worked up.
Yeah.
MVB's us for never giving up hope. It's
Diehards, baby.
the life of being a Chicago sports fan.
Yeah.
Next up, we got SPF. His MVP goes to me for his casting couch post on White Sox Dave's thread. You know what? Dave set himself up. He posed about he needs a new couch. You're gonna get the big black leather couch. Nope. Anyways, bum of the week, Montez Sweat. I'm starting to see why fans in Washington were happy to see him go. He isn't playing at the level that is expected. Yeah, he got his bag and decided to pull a White Sox.
Yeah.
Just take his money.
He's no good.
Yeah. Our buddy Jose, again, me for this awesome trade in the Boneheads versus Bums Fantasy League, who is already paying off. I traded him Tyreek Hill for Scary Terry, mostly because I have Jaden Daniels. I wanted the stack.
You wanted to double up?
Yeah, double up. And, thinking maybe Tyreek might get suspended.
Yeah, but it was you contributed to a Boneheads on Bums crime because he helped.
You take away the 18. You take away the 18 points. I don't think Johnny's coming back from there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, great. Yeah, there's people trying to veto that trade. I saw somebody in the comments or somebody in the text group. You don't veto trades this early in the season. I mean, that was a fair even trade.
I even popped it into the is a fair trade, and it came back 95% fair in favor of Jose. He's getting like it was like a 2-point bump for him.
Okay,
but it was a fair trade.
All right.
Yeah. D Rose fan, MVB, y'all's watch party. I missed out. Well, luckily we're gonna have it in 2 weeks, so come through on the 28th. Yep. His bum of the week, Ben Johnson. I'm okay with Caleb still learning second game of the season. I can understand defenses were missing top pieces. I can't fathom Ben not hyping this team up in a divisional matchup, especially a game this personal, giving up 50. It's tough to watch.
Yeah, rough scenes.
Yeah. JT says Jaden might not play this week. He's
got a knee, right?
Yeah, spray knee, but he said it might be doubtful, but doesn't look like it's too serious. So I'm not too concerned about it. Just Washington needs to do what they did last year, and I'll be happy. Except against the Bears, they can fuck that up.
Yeah.
Mailman Jack, MV unbuttoned. I ditched the bandana, and I'm ready to embrace yesterday's Emmy fashions. You better have your chest shaved then, Jack.
No, maybe you leave a little chest salad for everyone in. Yeah, I've been back in my day. I was a big, almost like Eloy Jimenez. I was a big unbuttoned guy. You go out, you pop a couple 2-3 buttons.
But we know like when you grow the mustache, it takes you a while. It's a little thin. But is your chest hair, was that like that?
No, I'm pretty. It's pretty bare. It's pretty. It's pretty clean down there. So it's more. I might. You know what? I might wear a button down for the final tail of the season. Let the old chest head. There's been a discussion about that guy in the middle, Walton Goggins. You guys know who he is.
Yep.
He's big time actor. I saw this on it was a TikTok, but it's husbands asking their wives or wives asking their husbands, is Walton Goggins hot or is he a good looking guy?
I don't see it. And I'll admit if I think a guy is good looking, but I don't see it.
Because there's like a deep, either yes or no answer to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I mean, I don't want to speak for Julie, but she's like, yeah, he's hot. And I was like, whoa, he looks like a mummy.
I mean, it's a good credit builder or confidence boost for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey P's way more handsome than Walter Goggins.
Oh,
thank you, brother.
That's not a question. That's not a question.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, and we'll wrap it up with Mailman Jack.
Yeah, bum of the week, shootings being a norm. 100%, absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our listener bums and MVBs. We'll start with our friend Hermano Joey P.
Let's see. Bum of the week. At first pre-show, I really didn't have one because the Bears have just put us all in such a mood that, why be damper and even more sad? And I'm trying to bring good vibes everywhere I go. But you know what? One came to mind, and I got to counterpunch my brother over here to my side here, Dougie, because you know what he did to me yesterday, Peter?
Tell me.
You know what he did to me, Jason?
No.
You know what he did to me yesterday, listeners? He tried to make me mad.
Oh, on purpose?
On purpose.
I told you guys this is gonna be my thing. I'm going to figure it out.
He stepped on my new Jordans.
Son of a bitch. That's fighting. I'm fighting you if you do that on purpose.
He still didn't get mad.
I hugged you.
Yeah,
and
he
said
hugged me.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I would have took that shoe off and threw it like a chunkla.
Dude, those things are heavy.
Yeah, those are bricks. He was wearing white cement 4s yesterday. Joey
Yeah.
P and I were matching for the watch party. Yeah, I would have chucked that right at your head.
Yeah. I will say I didn't do it on purpose.
So no,
but
so what?
The moment I did it, I was like, "Ooh, this might make him mad," and I got kind of excited. Didn't work.
It didn't work.
You know what you have to do? Like, we don't know the answer to this because although we've known Joey forever, we just haven't seen him mad enough. You have to go to the source. You got to ask Sandy how to piss him off.
Maybe there's a certain tequila bottle that he's been
It's going to be something we don't expect. It's not going to be like sports. It's not going to be something. It's going to be something innocuous that you bring up, and we're like, this is what gets him pissed off.
The post office.
Yeah, something.
Right. So I came up with a plan last night in my drunken stupor. I was like, man, you know what would really make him mad is if I snuck into his house, changed all the clocks, and he missed church. I think that would.
No, see, but then you're going to hell.
Worth it. It'd be worth it for me.
Because he'd just be like, I'll just go to the next church.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's mass times all day long, brother. Saturday and Sunday. See?
Yeah, we got to think about this.
Get back into think tank. Okay.
Yeah.
MVPs.
You're right. It's probably going to be something really simple, like I can't believe they put tomato on my burger. Like
something that you would least suspect. I'm interested to find out myself. But yeah, MVPs. Obviously, everybody that came out yesterday, it was a great time. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's just, if you had FOMO, get those RSVPs in now. Obviously, we're going to see many of you on Saturday for the last tailgate, the send off from the 108. And then, a couple more weeks, we're going to run back and do it again. And hopefully it's going to be bigger and better. So MVP, everybody from the entire Ramova staff, Road Dog, everybody over there that helped out, they were phenomenal. Top-notch staff over there at the other half and at Ramova Theater. So that's my MVP and my family. Thanks for showing up. Keep bringing all the cousins. Bring all the peas.
All right, Peter, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to piggyback on that. Obviously, everyone at the Ramova, everybody that came out, two specific things. Sidney Brown donated a jersey that was the White Sox City Connect jersey. That was our third quarter giveaway. He had an extra. He's like, I don't know what to do with it. I want to make it, do something productive with it. So he gave it to us. He's like, do whatever you want to do with it. And Jason, we're like, oh yeah, let's put it in the raffle. So thank you to Sidney. Like, that's something, like, obviously we say, like, we build a community and it's like, it takes everybody. It's like, that's something he didn't have to do. Like, he could have tried to return it or sell it or do anything, but he gave it to us. And now it's it's actually my cousin Joel now, because he won the third quarter square. So.
No collusion.
No collusion.
No,
we did that.
Number win two.
We did
two
that
quarters.
we did that on the up and up. And then my second MVP, again, jersey related, is my man Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh, you gave me this jersey that I've been the longest time. I said I'm going to stop buying Bears jerseys because, like, all of my jerseys go into a graveyard of ex-players that, like, you're not able to wear. I've got a Brandon Marshall and Jay Cutler and a bunch of other things. I'm like, I'm not going to buy any more jerseys. You're like, hey, this one doesn't really fit me all that well. I think it'll fit you. I popped it on. It looks great. I'm back. I'm back being a jersey guy. So thank you to Dougie. I got the jersey. And then I said pre-show I didn't have a bum, but as we're talking and, things come up, I hate to do it, Jason. You put it on the Excel for the end of the year. My bum of the week is Joey P. All right, I'm on Joey P. And now this is a good bum. There's a good reason why he's a bum of the week. After the Ramova, we did Electric Funeral. It's always a great time hanging out with the Joey P. Joey and Sandy drove me to a taco place. It's right by his place. What is the name of the place?
Taquitos Chicago.
Taquito Chicago. It's right off of 79th and Pulaski, right across the street from Bogan.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about, no bullshit. I've been thinking about these shrimp tacos for 24 hours now. They were so goddamn good that like now I'm probably going to go again sometime this week. I'll text you, see if you're around. But they were so good. I'm like, oh, I got to get Julie to try them. So it's a good bum of the week because that was such a good call on the late night. It wasn't even that late night, but like.
So you're bumming him because he got you hooked on tacos?
Yeah, because I've been thinking about these damn tacos. I mean, maybe, it's my brain and my fat ass, but these tacos were so good. That's all I've thought about all day today.
Now, you sure you just, you gave me shit for it. Are you sure it wasn't drunk tacos?
No, I am. I pride myself on having the same palate, drunk and or sober. Those are good tacos. I could tell. So
okay,
fair.
All right, Dougie, you're up.
All right. Yeah, just to piggyback off of everybody, MVBs, everybody that showed up yesterday. In state. That's the big thing. Like there could have been a lot of people that just absolutely bailed on the product on the field, but you guys stayed and you guys had a fun time, and I can't wait to see everybody again soon. My bum of the week is FanDuel. FanDuel, much like every other sports betting thing, is doing injury assurance for players if they get hurt in the first quarter. Some of them are doing the first half. I had a 25-leg college parlay going, and 24 of the 25 legs hit, and till one guy's leg did not hit. He got hurt first play of the game from Texas, the running back. And when I went in to go, tell them, hey, like this dude got hurt on the first play of the game, they showed me the fine print that it's for NFL games only. So bum of the week, because they really could have done something special there. Because like this dude was like pretty, I think he was like minus like 310 to score a touchdown. So like he was gonna score a touchdown in that game. They could have done something really cool and just honored it, but they didn't. So bum of the week them. Yeah, just be better.
Dude, you called me on Saturday, and after you showed me, and I was like, dude, my heart broke for you, man. I was like,
get out of here.
Big gambling.
My heart broke on a 25 fucking leg parlay.
Dougie showed me the bet ticket. He was in line for a good chunk of money.
This is a message to all of you guys, and you guys know my feeling on this
gonna
already.
Turn into a goddamn PSA.
Goddamn Dougie, Missy, Johnny, all of you guys. I will never feel bad about your goddamn parlays. I don't care if it's 50 legs.
That'd be a wild parlay. Any of them do 50 legs? Need to find out. But well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. I got your back. Because I hate FanDuel too. They suck. All right, I'm closing this out. Just gonna say, thank you, MVB, everyone who came out. Appreciate Ramova for hospitality, for hosting. Yeah, good times. We're happy to be back. 3 more times this year. I got two bums. First one is skunks. You little fuckers. Stop spraying in my yard. Yeah, the other morning, like my wife gets up to go let her dog out. It's about 4 a.m, and she comes and wakes me up, and she's like, "There's a skunk," and I'm like, "What?" And you walk down into our house, and it just smelled like skunk. This motherfucker must have like sprayed right behind our patio door, because as soon as I couldn't even open the back door because it was so just like a punch in the face. And thank God we didn't have any windows open. Otherwise I would have had to go into a hotel. But this thing was so close to our door that the whole first floor was unlivable for a good 12 hours. So,
damn, rough scene.
Yeah. Thank God the skunk didn't get Max, because that would have been her third time getting sprayed. So just I don't know what set the skunk off, but he let one rip right in our yard. So fuck that guy. My final bum of the week, it's breast cancer. My mom had to do outpatient surgery today. They had to remove some cancerous cells. And hope we'll find out if in 10 days if everything's good, or there's going to be more treatment down the road. But ladies, get them boobs checked every year. Go for your mammogram, because my mom does hers once a year, and thank God she caught it when she did. So hopefully doctor doesn't think it's going to be too serious. But always, we said it before in this podcast numerous times, fuck cancer. Forever bum cancer. So praying for my mom. Hopefully all the results come back good, because today's procedure was successful so far. So good. See how the rest goes. Yeah. All right. With that, we had our event yesterday, but we had 3 events in 2 weeks, and we're back this Saturday. Final Whiskey of Comiskey at the year with our friends from the 108, and we got a jam-packed event in Lot B at 3:30 p.m. for the Sox and Padres. We got Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp bringing up all the fried goodness. We got Ramova, Other Half Brewery. They are going to be providing their new Southside Legend and Stand and On Your Feet. If you haven't tried those yet, you're going to get to try them on Saturday. And then on the liquor side, we got Manuscrito Tequila coming back. They were there for the Sox Cubs tailgate, July 26th, and they were a big fan as our first tequila sponsor. So if you haven't got a chance to try them, now you get the chance to try them right now. And making their debut at Whiskey at Comiskey is Beautiful and the Dam. They are a brand newish bourbon company. It's been around, and they got some tasty pours. So they will be on site slinging out some bourbon, and it's going to be jam-packed. We got Beast got a challenge he's going to give to people. We're going to have the beer pong table, some plinko, some good music. Vibes are going to be at an all-time high, because the Sox are going out on a high. They are not bad. They are not fun bad. They are just fun. And
okay, just fun now. You're
fun.
You're putting that designation
minus Cleveland. They're fun. So yeah, it's going to be all time good time this Saturday. So make sure you it's pinned on our Twitter and in our link in bio on Instagram, RSVP, so we can get the counts for the food for Lawrence's. We got a very, very good crowd size coming so far. So thanks to everyone. And let's keep those numbers going. Let's show everyone in Lot B how White Sox Twitter tailgates.
One last time, because once the season turns, it gets cold. We're going to be missing Lot B in a couple 2-3 months.
Yep. So, all right, that's our show. Thanks to our special guest, Uncle Baby Cajun, aka the Beefluencer, Jim, and thank you to our Hermano Joey P for filling in for Johnny.
Super sub.
Thank you guys.
Super sub. All right,
happy Mexican Independence Day, everybody. El Gritos in a couple hours.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then we'll see you guys at the park tomorrow for 108 Bobblehead Day. Until then, have a good one, guys.
Bear down.